Welcome. Today we are looking at market segmentation. This is a key topic in your marketing exams for SS2. Pay close attention. Let us begin. First, let me explain the meaning of market segmentation. Market segmentation is the process of dividing a market into distinct groups of buyers who have different needs, characteristics, or behaviors. Each group requires a separate product or marketing mix. The concept of market segmentation is based on the fact that consumers are not all the same. They have different needs, wants, incomes, ages, locations, and buying habits. A company cannot serve all customers in the same way. It must identify which customers it can serve best. Then it must design products and marketing programs for those customers. Market segmentation is the first step in target marketing. After segmentation comes targeting, then positioning. Without segmentation, a company would have to treat all customers the same. This would be inefficient. Some customers would be underserved. Others would get more than they need. Now let me explain the requirements for effective segmentation. Not every segment is useful. For a segment to be useful, it must meet 5 criteria. First, measurability. The size and purchasing power of the segment must be measurable. You need to know how many people are in the segment. You need to know how much they spend. Second, accessibility. The segment must be reachable through communication and distribution channels. You need to be able to tell them about your product. You need to be able to get your product to them. Third, substantiality. The segment must be large and profitable enough to serve. Serving a very small segment may not be worth the cost. Fourth, differentiability. The segments must respond differently to different marketing mixes. If they respond the same way, they are not separate segments. Fifth, actionability. The company must be able to design effective programs to attract and serve the segment. If the company lacks the resources or skills to serve a segment, it is not actionable. Now, let me explain the bases for segmenting consumer markets. There are 4 main bases. Geographic segmentation divides the market by location. This includes region, city size, climate, and population density. A company might sell different products in different regions. A clothing company sells heavy coats in the north and light jackets in the south. A restaurant chain might have different menu items in different cities. Geographic segmentation is simple and widely used. It is especially useful for local businesses. Demographic segmentation divides the market by age, gender, family size, income, occupation, education, religion, race, and nationality. Demographics are the most popular bases for segmentation because they are easy to measure and because consumer needs often vary with demographics. Age segmentation recognizes that children, teenagers, young adults, middle-aged adults, and seniors have different needs. Gender segmentation recognizes that men and women often want different products. Income segmentation recognizes that high-income and low-income consumers want different things. Psychographic segmentation divides the market by lifestyle, personality, or values. People in the same demographic group can have very different psychographic profiles. Lifestyle is a person's pattern of living. Some people are health conscious. Others are convenience seekers. Some are adventure seekers. Others are homebodies. Personality traits like extroversion, agreeableness, and openness affect buying behavior. Values like tradition, security, or adventure also affect what people buy. Psychographic segmentation is more difficult than demographic segmentation. It requires research, but it can be very powerful. Behavioral segmentation divides the market by knowledge, attitude, use, or response to a product. Occasion segmentation divides buyers by when they use the product. People buy greeting cards for birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays. Benefit segmentation divides buyers by the benefits they seek from the product. Some people buy toothpaste for fresh breath. Others buy it for cavity prevention. Others buy it for whitening. Usage rate divides buyers into non-users, light users, and heavy users. Marketers often focus on heavy users because they account for a large share of sales. Loyalty status divides buyers into hardcore, loyal, split loyal, switchers, and non-loyal. Now let me explain the bases for segmenting business markets. Business markets can also be segmented, but the bases are different. Demographic segmentation for business markets includes industry, company size, and location. A company might sell different products to different industries. It might have different sales teams for large and small companies. It might focus on certain geographic regions, Operating variables include technology, user status, and customer capabilities. A company might target customers who use a certain technology. It might target first-time buyers or experienced buyers. Purchasing approaches include purchasing policies, power structures, and buyer-seller relationships. A company might target customers who have centralized purchasing. It might target customers who value long-term relationships. Situational factors include urgency, order size, and application. A company might target customers who need fast delivery. It might target customers who place large orders. Personal characteristics include buyer-seller similarity, attitudes toward risk, and loyalty. Some companies prefer to buy from similar companies. Some are risk takers, some are risk averse. Now let me explain the steps in market segmentation. Market segmentation involves several steps. Step 1 is selecting the market. The company must decide which market to segment. It could be the consumer market or a business market. Step 2 is choosing the basis for segmentation. The company must decide which variables to use. It may use one variable or several. Step 3 is identifying segments. The company divides the market into groups based on the chosen variables. Step 4 is profiling segments. The company describes each segment. It notes the size, growth, needs, and buying habits of each segment. Step 5 is evaluating segments. The company assesses each segment's attractiveness. It considers the segment's size, growth, profitability, and compatibility with the company's resources. Step 6 is selecting target segments. The company decides which segments to enter. Step 7 is positioning. The company decides what position to occupy in the minds of the target segments. These steps lead to a marketing strategy. Now, let me explain the benefits of market segmentation. Market segmentation has many benefits. First, it helps identify opportunities. Segmentation reveals underserved segments. A company can enter these segments before competitors. Second, it helps design better products. By understanding segment needs, a company can tailor products to those needs. Third, it helps set the right price. Different segments have different price sensitivities. A company can charge different prices to different segments. Fourth, it helps choose distribution channels. Different segments shop in different places. A company can place products where the target segment shops. Fifth, it helps design effective promotion. Different segments respond to different messages and media. A company can tailor its advertising to each segment. Sixth, it improves resource allocation. A company can focus its resources on the most profitable segments. It can avoid wasting money on unprofitable segments. Seventh, it increases customer satisfaction. When customers get products that meet their specific needs, they are happier. Eighth, it builds customer loyalty. Satisfied customers come back. They tell others. Ninth, it provides a competitive advantage. A company that serves a segment well can defend that segment from competitors. Now, let me explain the limitations of market segmentation. Market segmentation also has limitations. First, it can be expensive. Research costs money. Developing separate products and marketing programs for each segment costs money. Second, it can lead to cannibalization. Segments may compete with each other. A product for one segment may steal sales from another segment. Third, it can fragment the market too much. Too many small segments can be inefficient to serve. Fourth, it requires constant updating. Segments change over time. A company must continuously monitor and adjust its segmentation. Fifth, it may not work for all products. Some products appeal to almost everyone. For these products, mass marketing may be better. Sixth, it can lead to stereotyping. Marketers may make assumptions about segments that are not accurate. Seventh, it can be difficult to implement. Not all companies have the resources or skills to implement segmentation effectively. Despite these limitations, market segmentation is a powerful tool. Most successful companies use it. A common exam question asks you to define market segmentation and explain the basis for segmenting consumer markets. Here is a sample answer. Market segmentation is the process of dividing a market into distinct groups of buyers with different needs, characteristics, or behaviors. The four bases for segmenting consumer markets are geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral. Geographic segmentation divides by location. Demographic segmentation divides by age, gender, income, and education. Psychographic segmentation divides by lifestyle, personality, and values. Behavioral segmentation divides by occasion, benefit, usage rate, and loyalty. Marketers often use multiple bases to get a complete picture of their customers. Another exam question asks you to explain the requirements for effective segmentation. Here is your answer. For a segment to be useful, it must be measurable, accessible, substantial, differentiable, and actionable. Measurable means the size and purchasing power of the segment can be measured. Accessible means the segment can be reached and served. Substantial means the segment is large and profitable enough. Differentiable means the segments respond differently to different marketing mixes. Actionable means effective programs can be designed to attract and serve the segment. If a segment does not meet these criteria, it may not be worth pursuing. Another exam question asks you to discuss the benefits of market segmentation. Here is your answer. The benefits of market segmentation include identifying opportunities, designing better products, setting the right price, choosing distribution channels, designing effective promotion, improving resource allocation, increasing customer satisfaction, building customer loyalty, and providing a competitive advantage. Segmentation helps companies focus on the customers they can serve best. It leads to more efficient and effective marketing. Let me give you a quick summary. Market segmentation divides a market into distinct groups of buyers. The four bases for consumer segmentation are geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral. Effective segments must be measurable, accessible, substantial, differentiable, and actionable. Segmentation helps companies identify opportunities, design better products, and allocate resources efficiently. It also increases customer satisfaction and loyalty. However, segmentation can be expensive and may fragment the market too much. Despite these limitations, segmentation is a powerful marketing tool. Keep reviewing, keep practicing. See you in the next topic.